Hey Pisces, hope you are doing well as always. This is Jamie. Welcome to Soulvine Guidance. We're checking into your energies, Pisces. Right now, there's a lot of cool things happening for you. Okay, if you are not aware, so this is for Pisces. I did say Sun, Moon, Rising already. This is a general read, so take what resonates. It's not going to resonate for all of you. So, I love the comments. It doesn't resonate. That's cool. It's not your story, and I'm not connected into your specific energy. So check out others that are available. The readings are timeless. And sometimes each day can be very, very different from the next in terms of the energy I'm connecting into. But sometimes there's also a story or an evolution of, the energy overall. So what's quite cool right now, at the time of this reading, we do have full moon in Virgo, which is a lot around the detail. But importantly, not getting too involved in making everything perfect, or as you're creating, just time to reflect if you're creating just for the now or if you're creating towards your long-term future. With Pisces in Saturn as well happening on the 7th, which is the time of this reading in particular, Pisces in Saturn I think is going to be in till like May 2025. So this is really a time, where you may feel a little explorative, unsure about certain things, because right now when you're creating, Pisces, this is creating for the long term. And I think we've mentioned this throughout the readings. This is like long-term stuff that you're creating, this dream life for yourself, and it is going to require some pretty, it's going to require time, dedication and effort, but it's going to create that dreamy happiness that you've been seeking for some time. So with Saturn in Aquarius, I mean, you've seen what's happened over the last few years. A lot of, things being revealed, a lot of disruption, a lot of things to open and awaken, to recreate for the future, okay? Or to change systems and things like that. So, there's great things ahead for you, Pisces. It is gonna take time and effort and dedication to really make it happen. So, it is the way of the world, but we know how to manifest, we know how to connect into our intuition and support that journey. Sometimes we're just not going to have all the answers, and that's just the way life is. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the excitement of it all. And if you need to just take time out to peace out, whether it's a break or just to connect within, make sure you take care of yourself. So we're going to connect in here, Pisces. So the overall energy is showing up here. We have got the Victory card, anxiety and action. So this is what I feel is a bit of a theme right now. For some of you, you may have started something new and been really excited about some win or some opportunity that came on in here, okay? And this kind of showed up a little bit in yesterday's reading. It's like you're happy with your progress. You're starting to feel lighter, brighter, and supported, okay? And that's for those, again, who resonate. However, in saying that, whatever win I feel that you have achieved here, Pisces, something just feels maybe a little off, or you're just wondering, hang on, is this really actually what I truly wanted? But remember, the wins are a gift in some way or another. Maybe it provided you, a new motivation. Maybe it provided you financial support. Maybe it provided you a way to just feel good and get out of wherever you were, in terms of a situation. But what I'm seeing here is in anxiety, it's just helping you again to reflect on what you do really want in the long term. And I can tell you, Pisces, I've kind of been going through, the same thing. I've had a lot of wins, a lot of successes, but sometimes there's this element going, hang on, how true am I being to myself? Am I doing things to make other people happy, or because I've said I'm going to do something and I need to commit to it, but when I really look at it, did I make that decision in the heighten of the excitement? Okay. So, just something to look at. It's not to be hard on yourself per se, but it's just like, sometimes things are going to change. Let's dive in a little bit deeper, and then we're going to further clarify, Pisces. What else do we need to know here with the Victory energy? Okay, we've got a lot that came out. So I did see door to value. So that's a lot around money, financial gain and opportunity. Okay, so we've got journey showing up and appreciation. Okay, let's get 2 more for anxiety. Yeah, this is really making so much sense, Pisces. All right, and for action, what do we need to know? Okay, well, your door to romance came in. Okay. And I'm just getting challenge is on the bottom. Okay. All right, guys. So let me just move this over and we'll connect in deeper. So I want to say I appreciate you being here and being able to support your journey. I wish I had all the answers for you guys, but the reality is I don't. This is more of a guide and to support you, potentially to feel understood if you're going through this scenario. And where I can and I will, through my own experiences, I will provide, support in terms of, like I said, my own experiences in life, in terms of qualifications, in terms of just who I am as a person. My goal at the end of the day is I want you to be a better version of you and live your dream life, whatever that is, and to feel your best self. So if I can help you through here, that's my ultimate thing. And if it's one of you, that is awesome. If it's hundreds of you and thousands of you, that is like absolute gratitude. And I know that's what I'm meant to be doing with my life. So take that into account too when it is something that you're pursuing or something that you want to do. I know you may want to help the masses and everything like that, but sometimes it just starts with one person at a time and it evolves from there. But I think now is the time, Pisces, as we can see here, when we look at the victory energy, we've got the journey and appreciation. Sometimes, guys, and I just recognize from comments or people who engage, sometimes you get the energy through communication. It doesn't matter whether it's written, verbal, ESP, whatever it is. But what I can see here is happening for some of you is that the exciting part is the journey. The feelings, the intensity is the journey. And, it can be a little bit anticlimactic when we just hit that finish line, because it's like, the hard work wasn't the finish line. The hard work was getting there, right? So it's like a sense of relief when you get there, but it can be anticlimactic. And if you, especially being through such a deep experience lately, Pisces, whatever you've been going through, the dynamics, the challenges, the situations with people, with career, whatever it may have been, there's just something highlighting here. Importantly, to stay in the element of gratitude, because that's, ultimately going to support you. And I do feel a lot of you do anyway, but I think sometimes the lessons and the growth and I don't know, just the beauty of it is the journey, okay? Sometimes it is, looking after that, being able to turn around that dying bush and have it glowing and blooming again. And I do feel like you're blooming, and I do feel like you're glowing in some way. There is this great hope. There is this great light within you. There's just something that's showing up here about just being, mindful and not hard on yourself when you've arrived to a place and a destination that's now not as exciting. You've been in just like battle mode and probably survival mode for a lot of you, or really trying to find your next path, your next journey, that feeling. And again, it's all, I believe it's like human nature, right? That's how we evolve in life. And if you've been feeling a lot and now got here and kind of like, oh shit, it's all happened, or I've got to this next stage and I'm out of the funk, or out of, that bit of a, dark spot or very deeply felt spot, that maybe what could be triggering some form of anxiety for you, going, shit, have I made the right decision? Am I in the right place? Like, am I here? Am I really here? But this is, again, it's a journey, Pisces. Nothing is fixed unless you want it to be fixed. Things can change and things can evolve at any time, okay? And a lot of that time, it's within ourselves first that has to create that for other things to arrive and blossom, even for us to see. It's kind of like when you want to buy a certain car and then all of a sudden you see that car on the road all the time, and it's like, oh, I didn't think that car was that popular, or I didn't realize that color, and you just start seeing it everywhere. So what I feel Spirit is asking you here with the anxiety is, again, and I think I love it because it's full moon in Virgo right now, and then with Saturn in Pisces. A lot of about this is creating plans, making plans, and getting like clear on what you want. And if you're saying, Pisces, right now, well, I thought I knew what I want, but I'm just not sure. Like I don't know, I'm just getting like something doesn't feel right. And it's just because you probably haven't found that end game or end goal for you that really does excite you. Or perhaps you're doing something and it's just you're expecting more from it, okay? But I do feel there's going to be a lot of evolution over the next couple of years where you're going to expand quite incredibly. And with the challenge position showing up as the world card, this can make sense because I think you're meant for great things. There's lots of amazing and great things that you want to do amongst this. And it's just a long journey. It's not an overnight thing. And sometimes we could be in this game for 3, 4, 5, 6 years before things finally blow up. Maybe a lot of the companies that you use today, you don't realize had been around for 5 or 6 years and were doing pretty well, but they didn't become a household name until a certain time, okay? So, just be mindful of that. But I don't know for some of you too, if this has got to do with the direction where you're going, if it's enough. I think some of you may even be questioning if you're being selfish because you want to pursue a certain something, and that balance, right, of following your dreams, your goals, and then there's your family life that, while it's all a part of you, it still has its own energy and its own life and its own cycle, right? So I just feel like there may be some contemplation if you're feeling that bit disconnected in whatever it is that you're doing right now. Like I said, there's just a few pieces that don't feel are connecting to your heart and soul in regards to something that you're pursuing or where you're at, and it's okay. It will come. It may not come overnight. You may be wondering when. I don't have those answers for you, Pisces. That's just the reality of it. But what I do have is it's time to make a plan. And I think it's an important part. If you're making a plan and have goals, if you've got a significant other, a family life, or someone important to you to help share that information so you can be supported on that path and journey, whether they're joining you on this, crusade and pursuit of happiness and excitement that it is that you're seeking. But there is a portal and opening for you, Pisces, to really get there and get through it, okay? So amongst the anxiety, the words that's just saying, and I think it came through the other day, it's okay to take a breath. It's okay to slow down. It's okay not to be hard on yourself, okay? Things will show up at the right time, at the right place, but you've had this win for a reason, but it's the reason I feel is a lot of the journey, and to remind yourself what you can do, that when there is darkness, there's also light. When you needed that money, it may not have come through right away, but it came through when you needed it. It's just like there's something here important from this journey and path, because it's like once you kind of make this plan and understand what you've truly been through, and I feel like you're going to start seeing now connecting the dots, like it's all going to come in and unfold like in a really cool way. And with this action card, it's like now it's like everything is making sense in a way of, well, all right, I had to get here. I had to go through that to learn that. And I had to get here to meet that person to do this. And now I'm here and I don't really want to be here, but I'm here because of this, this, and this. And now it's like, oh, That realization, it's more like more doors open. The more you realize, the more opportunities. And, you know, it's kind of like eyes wide shut or eyes wide open. Choosing what you see. Is it something that you're seeing within yourself? Is it something that's happening outside yourself? Like, what is that for you? But I feel like you're going to understand it. You're going to understand it more, because there's sometimes things aren't revealed until they're revealed. And I know it sounds quite mysterious and whatever else, but that's just the way that things work, right? But once you know, once you understand it, and I think once you feel it in terms of you, Pisces, and what feels right, things are opening up. Things are going to be unlocked on what truly excites you. And while this door to romance, and it says romance itself, I feel for a lot of you, this is about the romance and the pursuit of your heart when it comes to doing something that truly lights you up. Because I feel you have been guarded. I feel you have been, you know, tarnished in some way due to something or someone else, through some form of experience when it's come to something that you really love doing. You know, maybe someone told you one point in time, you know, made fun of you. Maybe at some point in time, you know, people turned their back, people lied, stealed, or did something, stealed. I can't believe I just said that, stole from you. I just feel like there's just been some hard lessons that you've potentially learned, but these lessons are to help you evolve and support you. And I feel like now it's like, okay, you're willing to open up that place and that heart and recognize that not everyone is like that, but you're more equipped to move forth. You're more equipped to see things that you didn't see before, to understand things you didn't understand before in the way that you do today. So again, this is all part of the journey, and it's a good thing, even though at the time it may not have felt great. So with this angel of strength energy, I do feel this is a big part of it, Pisces, as we're moving through this, okay? It's the action part, and the daughter romance part is like, keep moving forward. It's okay to open up your heart to the things that you love, to the things that excite you, to the things that feel good, and trusting in yourself that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you are supported. But this time in your life, Pisces, is requiring just that little bit more courage, that little bit more faith of actually doing and putting things into play. This is not about thinking anymore or just journaling anymore. This is time to put things in full force. And I know that can be kind of uncomfortable, especially, you know, when it's yourself, your, the way that it's like, how to explain, like your public image, okay, is what I feel for some of you. Like you're really putting yourself out there, and it feels like you might have like this great momentum and excitement, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I need to kind of hide back in here. What are people going to think? What are people going to say? And I can understand that feeling, an ebb and flow of strength and then pulling back in. But it will get easier, okay? It really will get easier. So we're just going to further clarify here on what you need to know, because I feel like there's something more here, Pisces, that needs to be uncovered. So I'm just going to get clarifiers for each one, and let's see what's going on. What do we need to know about this victory energy? Sun. Yeah. This is to light the path, okay? Light the path of what you needed, light the path, and actually feel your life force, Pisces, and build that confidence that you need to get to where you need to go next, okay? This journey, again, is about you creating your independence, you creating your strength, and knowing what is possible, because you're seeing the rewards, you're seeing the benefits. Like, think when you're confident, think when you're strong, think when you're like kind of, this is who I am, this is what I want, and I can negotiate that. And that's what I feel that you're doing here, and it's like pretty awesome, okay? So the journey is purposeful. This is about helping you grow and helping you leverage the next part of your life. Appreciation, what do we need to know here? So there's something here that you really are dreaming of, aspiring to, wanting to go towards, right? And I think a big part of it is also nurturing ourselves on this path. And sometimes we can miss that little beat, like I said, the journey, the path to get there. That's where the excitement is. That's where the robustness and intensity is, the deep feeling is. It's not when you finally get that check or get that job, it's the path there. the interviews, the conversations, the waiting to know if that's the answer and result. Absolutely, you celebrate when you get those wins, right? But it all happens in the journey. And I think there's something here that just because you've reached this milestone, it doesn't stop there. There's still more to come. And with the Saturn in Pisces energy, there is absolutely more to come for you, Pisces. This is now recreating for the long-term adventure, that dream life that you truly, truly want. Is not about also focusing on others. This is about focusing on you, your desires, your dreams, and putting in the effort and work without the guilt, without the guilt. And I feel like that's probably where the anxiety is showing up here. Yeah, because there is something that you want to pursue. You're also wondering if it's enough, if it's going to support you, if it's going to support your family. Is this going to turn into something greater? But we're already seeing with this Page of Pentacles, there's benefit in what you're doing. There's gains in what you're doing. The King of Cups came up, and I wanted to get another clarifier on the Page of Pentacles. So the King of Cups showed up here. So this is truly also to gaining a new understanding about yourself in a place that is harmonious and confident in how you feel about what it is that you're doing, okay? And sometimes it's sitting still for that moment to receive, to be able to then stand up and give what you need to give to something, okay? So this Page of Pentacles is a sign that the path or the direction you're going is the right one. It's just not going to be all, showing up all at one time. It's the journey, it's the path. So you're provided for. If you're concerned about that, I just want to let you know. Like, things are okay, Pisces. What do we need to know with the strategy energy? Please, what do we need to know with the strategy? Yeah, so the strategy is, what does that Ten of Pentacles look like for you? What does it feel like? What is that life that you desire, Pisces? What is it? Because sometimes we're not clear on what that is, right? Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Nope, it didn't come out. I kind of wanted it to come out. And it sounded like a bit of a cough. All right. So that's just what the strategy is calling here. Getting clear on what it is you want and how you want to feel. What's that feeling like when with something? Because more than anything, it's about the feeling, and then the right thing will fall into place with that feeling, okay? Sometimes, it is that vision of a certain type of opportunity, goal, that holiday, that home, but really connecting to the feeling of what it is that you desire with that Ten of Pentacles energy, and the strategy towards that. Okay, is it a new job? Is it living in a new location? Is it just traveling with your family and having the freedom and flexibility to do what you desire with your work? But getting into that, it doesn't need to be specific things. Like, give it openness to receive, but that's why I like getting more in the feeling of something that you desire, like a job or a career. What is the feeling that comes with it? What are the type of people that you're engaged with? How does it feel when you're all connected and together? The type of results that you get, how does it all happen? That's the type of energy I prefer to be clear. Okay, the type of career that I want, or the type of business I want. And it's just kind of tapping into that way and journaling that out. Yeah, I want to be earning this much. Sure. I want these type of clients I want to work with. These are the results. This is the feeling I want that comes with it, and how they are, and the type of lifestyle that arrives with it. But again, remembering the feeling of it, not just the thought of it. Okay. Happy family. What do we need to know? Five of Swords. So there seems to be something in conflict here, Pisces, for you. And this could be the anxiety part that's showing up here, and questioning. I'm just getting a little bit of guilt, or a little bit of like, maybe some truths or some communication needs to be had here for what it is that you really want. Let's get another one on this Five of Swords energy to help clarify. Thank you. Yeah. There seems to be some form of new excitement, new opportunity, something that you're desiring here, Pisces. And I want to let you know, this is okay to be able to ask those questions, or have those conversations. But I feel like there's a little bit of fear for some reason around it, or you're worried about the conflict or being perceived as selfishness. Or maybe you're in two minds of a path and direction to go, if that what it is that you really want. But with this Ace of Wands, this is kind of showing up as like some new endeavor, some spark, some new access to something within yourself, but within this dynamic. So I'm not sure exactly what that is for you on a path or journey, but that creative energy or that reignition that you're seeking, I feel will come, especially if there has been some form of conflict or misunderstanding. You're going to get that new opportunity or new beginning with a certain direction that you're going. If it's with your family, other half, or a family dynamic, or maybe it's something that you're contemplating. Do I want family or do I want to follow my career? And I feel like this is kind of saying, if you've been in conflict, you're going, potentially you'll realize it might give you a new excitement on what is possible with it all. Action energy. What do we need to know about this action energy for our Pisces? Okay, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you've been creating, Pisces, this is now letting you know it's time to absolutely put in the effort. And you want the rewards, it's time to put in the effort. The investment is required for this to flourish, to get to this Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? So this is kind of talking about the strategy, sure, to get to the Ten of Pentacles. Now it's time to take action because you've planted the seeds with the strategy. That's all good energy that you've planted. A big part of is the belief system that comes with it. Any conflict or anything that may be a little misaligned, it's just time to have those conversations so people can get on the same page, or more importantly, people can understand what is important to you on what it is that you want to pursue. And the right people will support you. The people that aren't, well, not to spend time or energy with them because it's just going to drain your energy. So, Spirit is asking, you need to start putting more effort, more effort into something. And if you're saying, well, I'm already putting effort in, well, it's time to start re-strategizing if you're not getting the results that you're seeking. Sometimes things do take some time, but it can be like if you're hitting a wall, there's a time to redirect and pivot, Pisces. I do feel like things are here, especially I feel like over the next 6 months for you, things are going to shift and change a lot towards that one thing that you are truly desiring. It's definitely not going to be a straight line, and you may have to shift and pivot and change things up considerably, but it's going to be for good reason. And I don't think it's going to be difficult if you're flexible in your approach. If you're very rigid, yes, it's going to be difficult, okay? But in neurolinguistics, we always say that the most flexible wins, okay? The most flexible in mindset, the most flexible in approach. It's usually solutions driven and being open-minded without expectation. Things have to be done a certain way. The more flexible wins. So just remember that, okay? Door to romance. What do we need to know? Door to romance. Yeah, I'm just getting some of you need to think of a different approach, a new way is what Spirit was saying. So door to romance. I mean, this is a lot of action. You've got action energy, which is kind of like that Chariot energy. And now you've got the Chariot energy again. There is something that is connecting to your heart or to your soul, Pisces, that I feel that you may be somewhat ignoring, and I don't know why. Or maybe you don't know if you can do it, if you can pull it off, if it's enough. But Spirit's saying it's time to grab the reins and move forward with it, okay? I feel you're really supported here universally. So really trusting in that. Angel of Strength, what do we need to know? Beautiful. You've got the Justice card. Again, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, whatever you're pursuing, the courage, the action, the confidence that is built is... If you've been waiting on decisions, outcomes, alignment, pathways, this is confirmation, Pisces, that your strength, the place that you've held, your belief, your trust, your hope, things will balance out. You'll get the truth. You will get the clarity. to keep creating, to keep moving forward. If you're questioning, am I on the right path, you'll get the insight on that. But the biggest part for you is having that courage to keep continuing moving forward and being really honest with yourself and what it is that you want. Okay, let's have a look at the final energies on what Spirit. Let's get another deck. We're going to find the final energies that to support your path and journey that universe wants you to know for our Pisces. One more. Awesome. As you know, guys, we don't read reversals. So this was showing up in the middle this way. So we had the Queen of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Wands. I love this energy, Pisces. This is really about the confidence in your plans, okay, with the Queen of Wands. She's very confident in her plans. She's very confident in what she is doing, the action that she has taken. And there's also this understanding that the right things will come in and fall into place. While the Wands is very action oriented, it's very confident energy and also attracting on in. They're both, I'm thinking of Leo with this Queen of Wands energy. I know this is not directly Leo energy, but it is fire energy, which is obviously the Leo energy and the Sun. So I just feel like the details that you need, the information that you need, the pathway on, the stepping stones per se, like everything's going to light up just right, just on time, just as you need it. But this is not controlling things happen. This is allowing things to happen in terms of your plans, but you need that strategy in play and the flexibility that comes for it. Because I think right now, you're very attractive as you keep moving through this. You're going to start seeing you're attracting more in of the things that you desire when you start appreciating the journey more, because maybe you don't really think about the journey, you're just in it, right? So it's like, I think that the attitude of gratitude, you probably hear that often on how powerful that is for you. You're allowed to be upset sometimes with the universe. You're allowed to, be frustrated with situations. Absolutely. I mean, hey, that's sometimes, I remember, I've been there, being frustrated. Like, why is this happening? Like, fuck, can things get any sometimes worse? And like, I don't know if I mentioned to you, there was one thing that happened quite considerably to me, and the result didn't happen, or the outcome I wanted didn't happen till a year later. I only just closed it in this last week, which, it was a very hard road. But when we get there, when we let go, when we be flexible, when we have more belief and courage and confidence and motivation and be true to ourselves more than anything, we recognize our life force. We recognize our glow. We recognize what's possible. We recognize our independence, our strength, our light. And others also see that. And I just feel like you're in a place right now that is just really going to define so much for you when you really take inventory of all the amazing around you and the stepping stone, the path there. This is not a time to give up, and it's not going to be easy, Pisces, okay? To get to that life that you truly, truly want, that next chapter for you. You might have things that are wonderful or successful right now, and you're like, well, I'm feeling pretty good. That's great. You've got more work to do on this planet. So what is it that you want to pursue that you're feeling your heart and soul is calling you? Because for some of you, I feel you're ignoring it because maybe you're comfortable. Or maybe you're like, but I've just got here and I've already been through this hard road. That's cool. We all have our own free will on what it is what we want to do. For some of you, because I know that your comment is like, things are really tough. Things aren't good. Okay. I appreciate that. And I think it's great to acknowledge it, and how you feel is absolutely important and valid. So what can you do to support a shift in energy to bring that glow up that you need? And the glow up is not outside, it's inside. And sometimes too, it is on the outside. Sometimes we need to, get that hair done. If you're a chick and you love like makeup, or just putting on mascara, or putting on those awesome new shoes, whatever it is that makes you feel good and makes you lift up that energy a bit more. It's finding those pieces of you, Pisces, that are going to bring that life force through you, because when you reach that life force, you go higher and higher and higher on your timeline and dimension. Okay, and it's just that it's very attractive, and I feel just don't miss that beat. Just don't miss that beat, because the journey right now is very special for you, even if it has felt extremely difficult. I want you to know it has been a special endeavor that you may not even see for a while, on how profound it has been for your life, and the things that you've learned along the way. And I think you'll get epiphanies and little like whoa to support that and realize that, on why that was so important. I love you, dear Pisces. I want you to know that I absolutely adore you being here. If you feel connected and this does resonate, or you want to, stay connected, please do like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It just lets us know that you're here and, you appreciate it. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.